Hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to this week's edition of Some Society. I am Bonnie Sunshine, your archer. Truth, like lightning bolts coming in to light up your life and hone in on what's true, not only for me, but um, what's happening in the collective. And my lovely partner, Misako, the architect. You want to speak into your hellos?
Hello, hello. Welcome everybody that is joining here live for this very special edition of Intuiti, where we're going to be going over the themes for this week. And then I'm going to be digging in a little bit more for the themes of this year, specifically surrounding the fire horse. Happy Lunar New Year. I'm so stoked. I am like, do January freaking hit? And like the Gregorian calendar just is like meh to me, right? But like January 1st hit, and I was like, nah, sis, nah, like this is not the new year. And so this feels like the new year. Like Lunar New Year is feeling it. Like, yeah, we got solar eclipse energy, which is really big energy coming in. We've got something that's even bigger, you guys, that I am like in total freak out mode about. And we'll talk about that when we get into the space weather as well. This is my buddy Frank. He's going to be joining us. I borrowed this from my brother-in-law. And he is a fancy lion dragon dude from China. So yeah, yep. I'm stoked, and I'm so glad that you guys are here. Whether you're watching this on replay or you're the ones that are here live, huge one. And I got a special treat for those live as well. I found, if you guys know what your Chinese zodiac is, I found a little like hack place that we can look up what your year's going to look like in the fire horse year.
Ooh,
So we
I
can do
love
that
that.
after hours. Yeah.
I love that. I have been getting this really strong message that now is the time to begin making micro adjustments to things that you want to be doing in your inner and outer world. So my invitation for you today is, if you normally watch us sitting down, grab something and start doodling. Maybe stand up every now and again and move your body. This might give you different information. It might allow other messages to come through, especially in the drawing, the writing. Um, Notice if you're humming or making noises in response, where your body's lighting up. Do something just a little bit differently, even if it's drinking your beverage with your left hand or your non-dominant hand. That's weird. I don't normally say that. I got celery juice and dandelion root tea today.
I'm going to use both hands because I don't ever do that. Now I feel like an adorable chipmunk or a little squirrel.
I love
Today I'm
it.
drinking green tea, my perfected green tea with cashew milk latte. Drop in the comments what you guys are drinking. Love to hear, love to see, who's joining us, where you're joining from. We know most of the people in here, but we got some new ones. So just an invitation, come join the chat, hang out. We've got somebody drinking water, which is great. Fantastic. This is important. Water is also important. I do also have my water here as well. So whenever you see Bonnie or I take a sip of our water, recommend you take a sip of your water as well. All right. Today's a really, really big week. So I would love, a Moulin tea. Oh my gosh, Moulin's one of my favorites. Somebody in chat's drinking Moulin. And if you are not familiar with Moulin, it is an incredible herb to help with your throat, your lungs, everything. It helps just clear everything out. You can also smoke it too, which sounds like counterintuitive, but like the poison is the medicine, right? Yes. All right. Okay. Do you want to get started into this weather? Cool.
Is there anything else that needs to be named? I feel like we're forgetting something.
I mean, invite your friends, come hang out, go follow us on YouTube, subscribe, press the like button. God, I feel like one of those, I like always hated that when people were like, subscribe, press the like button. And now I'm one doing it. Like, yeah, so that would be cool. Yeah, and if you find use in this, come join the school, come hang out, make comments there. Anything else showing up? I'm a little keyed up. I'm about to go on vacation, like a staycation, because I need it because I've been in burnout so severely, which we'll talk about that too. That's one of the themes for this year is burnout. Mm, mm. Somebody else in chat is going on vacation too. I'm excited for that person's vacation because I know where they're going and what they're doing, and it's going to be epic.
Yeah, everyone take a breath.
Just a reminder if you hear Bonnie or I take a breath or say take a breath, it's the reminder to take a breath. Drop into yourself. I went to dance on Sunday and there was, the facilitator there's just so extraordinary. And she was like, go ahead and take a breath of you sipping the energy of the earth up like it's a straw into your being. And I loved that. Yeah. So take a breath in and feel the energy of the earth come into your being like you're sipping it up from a straw and exhaling and pushing it back down into the earth. Oh, it's so good. All right. So we're going to touch lightly because I did a lot last week on that solar eclipse that's going to be at Aquarius in the 28th degree. It's also like two of the big portions of this as well as it's going to be conjunct Mars and it's going to be square Uranus. And this kind of feeling, this kind of eclipse is going to be touching us for the next 6 months. So, with that 6 months, we're talking Pandora box energy, warrior energy for the collective. So, what I love about this is this kind of energy is like once the doors open, it's not going to close again. It's bringing in this very like spiritual warrior. We're kind of going from like this like wood snake kind of like deep inward into like this more outward expression. Um, so expect things to be like really shocking. Like things are going to come out that are incredibly shocking, yet you knew somewhere in yourself that you were like, oh, I knew that. It's like what I wrote on this was hashtag aliens. Like if aliens came out, we'd all be like, whoa, holy cow, aliens. I also knew that. Like it's going to be those kinds of themes that are going to be running out for the next 6 months. So just pay attention to that as they come through. Moving on to the next big one, which is going to be Sun transitioning into Pisces. This is happening tomorrow. So we're going from that Aquarius big, like dreamy, like collective energy, and we're going really internal with this, right? So this is a time that there's going to be a lot of ability to feel everything. And we're going to go from collective to very internal, spiritually sensitive. So, this is a really important time to listen to your dreams and your bodies. Very important time. If you go into Some Society, I put up a little clip video for you guys, and it talks about lucid dreaming and how to start working on dream recall and lucid dreaming. And if you have any questions, feel free to fill them out in Some Society, and I will answer them. It's a really important time to pay attention to your dreams. Like I can't stress that enough. And if you are already doing pretty solid dream recall, your next step is to really work on your lucid dreaming. And the lucid dreaming is the ability to be aware that you're in a dream state while you're in a dream state. So just some nuts on that. Do you have anything for the past two, Bonnie? Yeah, I could feel it coming
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Uh, I wanna bookmark what you said and amplify, pay attention to your body pain. What I'm getting is to breathe into those spaces that you are feeling tension. What that does, especially when we are hydrated, is bring awareness and new senses to those spaces. The breath, the hydration, our passion, our fire goes into that. we're refreshing our chi and we're not meant to hold on to that. I know we had someone in the chat say that they're experiencing some pain. And I know for me, I've got like some jaw tension and inviting the breath, taking that second to be with whatever we're noticing for our body allows us to get more information, but also not push it down or deny it. And this is really about exactly what this person said, that we're here to make time for ourselves and to be here in the present moment for what is up for us. And the warrior energy of balance came through. Look at all those tools.
Amazing. And that's an 11, which is you're talking about self, right? And we have 11s, which are one is you, right? Like that is you at the quintessential core, who you are, who you be. And then you mix them together to make that two, which is literally balance, right? It is the um, two pillars, the yin and the yang, so to speak. So, so incredibly important right now, balance. And we're going to be talking about that in space weather as well. I feel called to bring it up, and I'm going to bring it up probably a couple of times. So, just so everybody knows, I have been recovering from a severe, severe burnout. Um, and that's one of the themes for this year is to be cautious of burnout. And the way that we prevent burnout is through balance and through care of self. So, one of the major things is we are always working from a place of embodiment, right? As we like to joke, embodiment. So that's going to be the reminder this coming through is like continue asking yourself, how can I balance more? And from a place of like love and not a place of like shame, like you're not doing enough because you already are doing enough. You just existing here and now is doing enough for this planet. So
And I'm hearing you are enough.
yeah, you are definitely enough. Thank you. That was from Miss Willow. Willow just
Yes.
said that. Yeah. She was like, you're enough. I'm enough. I'm always enough.
She came in and was like, okay, someone needs my support. So she's like a crystal. She'll come in and help us move emotions or things that are coming up for us while we're here.
Yeah, I can feel, and I can feel who she came in for too, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So, who this next one, you guys, is a doozy. It is a doozy. So, I'm gonna recommend that you go ahead and take a nice big deep breath and ground down. So, we are looking at Saturn, which is all about structure, it's all about reality. And Saturn is going to be conjunct Neptune, which is all about dreams, all about like spiritual truth. And both of these are going to be conjunct at 0 degrees Aries. When I say that 0 degree Aries, I can feel the fire running up my spine for this. This is huge energy, and this is going to happen on February 20th. Now, throughout this whole year, we've been very close, but we've not been at that 0 degree. And this is something that this is this exact like what's happening right now. It's a singular point, it's the singular point in Aries, and it's not something that we have seen in our lifetime. It's not something that most of our grandparents have seen. And this is not something our grandkids will see. So, this is a very important moment in time. And this is going to last pretty much through, oh, hey, guess what? The first 6 months of the year. So, we've got that solar eclipse energy hitting us for these next 6 months. We've got the sun in Pisces that's going to be hitting us for about a month. And then we've got this Saturn conjunct Neptune in 0 degree Aries for 6 months. And what? I'm going to breathe into it again. What this means is this is like the biggest like cosmic reset button. And we're not like, I'm not getting like, it's not like a little boop. It's like a reset button that's this fucking big. And we're like full on pressing it. It is like full stop, complete cosmic reset. So this means that fog is going to be lifting. Your dreams are going to have a spine to them, right? So we were talking again about like doing dream work and doing, being really like spiritually sensitive, being in the Pisces season. But these are going to be like dreams with like, God, like teeth to them is what I'm getting, like biting into a freaking apple. And it's going to have, you're going to be able to feel your dreams bigger than you have ever felt them before. This 0 degree Aries point is a catalyst. So I'm going to talk to y'all out there. If you're not already in the spotlight, if you're not already showing up, if you're not already living your dream, your vision, what you're supposed to be doing, wake the fuck up. Work through your blocks. You're smart enough, you're good enough, you're strong enough. Look into your blocks, work through your blocks because it's time for you to show the fuck up. And I am literally calling you to the stage, like literally. And if you need support and if you're running into blocks and you've got the woulda, coulda, shouldas and can't do it because of these and whatever your bullshit stories are, come hang out in Somei Society because you've got a whole community there that will help you walk through those and will walk with you through those. Okay. So this is time to show up. That's what this energy is all about. We're looking at Saturn, which is all about like reality, Neptune, which is all about the invisible. And it is the spirit and 3D, and it is time to build. Bonnie and I got this call a few months ago. We got kicked out of the universal bird's nest to come here and do this with y'all. And now it's your turn to show the fuck up. So, what was that little tiny dream that you had that you were like, I could never do that? Just start doing it. Just start some way, somehow. Bonnie said this at the beginning. Take some small steps. When she was saying, sit down, journal, write, what I heard was dream.
Mm.
Dream, and then figure out how that dream is coming to reality. I can't stress how important this is right now. Cannot even start stressing. Yeah, we've got a bunch of people in the comments that are, y'all feel it. So I'm going to have you breathe deep into that. And I feel that there are blockages, and blockages are fine, you guys. There's nothing wrong with blockages. Nothing wrong. Bonnie, you want to jump in on the blockages portion
Hmm.
or any portion? I feel you got something to say. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's been coming through the last 24 hours, I'd say, is that um, this field of uncertainty or I don't know, which might feel like stuckness, of moving towards the thing that you truly desire, or fear. Okay, so fear is coming through. Um, yeah, now my legs are tingling. For me, I have to point my feet and move, even if it's just standing up from my seated position to get feedback, to get new information. And if I withhold or hold and don't make movement momentum, then I don't get the feedback. I don't get the confirmation or the disconfirmation that this isn't for me, so that I can move my body in a micro change. I don't have to like swipe my desk all the way off and say, I'm starting over. Just change something. And that builds the momentum. It builds the inner confidence and the inner truth of what is yours, what is for you, and that you are moving in the right direction.
And you're a star. I think there's a perception that only a certain percentage amount of people can be stars, and that's bullshit. Look how many stars are in the sky. Yeah, you are worth it. You are worth your ultimate happiness. Um, I don't know why that card looks strangely sexual to me. It's like cream. Like, okay, am I the only one here, guys? Maybe it's the mustache, and maybe it's the cream. I don't know. That's feeling a little sexualized to me. Maybe that's just where my head is.
This is the card deck it is from. It's the affirmation deck.
That is so
That's so
cute.
funny.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah, dream big and then start walking into that dream. Like Bonnie said, point your fucking feet, point your feet and start walking. And even if you are already in the spotlight, I'm going to call some of you out as well. Even if you are already up on stage, what's the next level you can take that? Where is the next level? What's your next biggest dream? Right? And get really clear on your dream. All right, I'm going to move into the next piece. This is our human design aspect. And again, I am pulling this beautiful information from Dr. Karen Parker and this awesome book right here, which is all about human design. It is posted in school if you'd like to look for some more information on that. So we are transitioning. We talked about gate 30, which is the gate of passion last week. And we are now transitioning from gate 30 into gate 55. This is happening on February 19th. So if you notice, like everything this week is happening, like, oh, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, like these are all really big aspects happening. And what this transition is asking, we are going from, passion and desire into faith and abundance. And the question for this is, do you have faith in what you are passionate about? Do you have faith in what you're passionate about? And are you willing to structure your life around your passion? And I'm not talking your bullshit 9 to 5 job. I'm not talking the 3 parts of your business that you kind of don't like. I'm talking what the fuck are you passionate about? And are you willing to structure your entire life around that? My performance coach, I have an incredible performance coach. I told him I was in burnout and I needed to go on vacation. And he said, well, what about Some Society? And I said, I'm not willing to give that up. I said, I am going to. So I literally, my vacation starts the moment that we get off the live call from Some Society. I'm going to go get myself a fancy fucking cocktail, even though I don't ever drink, but that's what people in the United States do to start their vacation. And when I come back, the end of my vacation, guess what? Is when Some Society starts because I was not willing to fucking give this up. Oh, I'm going to get a teary eyed because this is so important to me. This is my passion and this is what I am here for. That and my clients, I wasn't willing to give them up either because they're magical and amazing and fantastic. And I love them. And also, most of them are on break right now. So it's a perfect time. So, what are you doing? Are you willing to structure your life around your passion? And do you even know what that passion is? And I'm getting a yes. Everybody in here knows what they're fucking passionate about. Everybody in here right now, everybody watching this, almost everybody watching this knows what their passion is. If you need help figuring out your passion, come hang out in school and we'll talk about it. That's what we're here for. Take a breath.
Getting all the snaps today.
I know. It's a good one. We saucy today.
Uh,
You got any cards for us on that one? On passion and going into faith and abundance? Because if you're following your passion right, you're going to get that abundance. You're going to get that. You
mm.
will get your abundance. Sometimes you got to like push through, and sometimes it can be very freaking difficult. And I got very privileged in where I'm operating right now, but eventually you will get your abundance. It will happen. There's just no way. So we're getting that. It's like, love this, super activating. Fuck yes. Somebody else needs an alcoholic drinky too. Maybe we can cheers together on, I'll send you a cheers picture on my first alcoholic drink.
So what I was getting with that specifically, like the alcoholic drink is how are you putting yourself first? How are you making every day um, filling your cup? But more importantly, what are you putting down in order to hold that cup, in order to fill yourself? What are you willing to set aside for your faith, your devotion, and bring through your wisdom? Look at that sun. Haha, that's funny. I didn't even look at this card. I just grabbed it. Spiritual union. So this is about your relationship to your inner wisdom, to your um, what is it? Uh, oh, it's your passion. Um, and interestingly, the green cards are all cups. So it's like drinking from your own cup, the swirling of feeding it back to yourself, making sure that you're full in order for you to shine, be out in the world, and really feel like you're owning your own wisdom and not giving it away for free and not watering it down or making it a show. Not that anybody is, but that's probably an old way of thinking that is ready to be put aside and put down.
It's funny because like you're saying all this, and this is like me back in the day when I first started channeling without knowing that I was channeling. I used to go to bars and get drunk because it would loosen my veil, so to speak. And I used to channel for people on bar stools. And I call myself the barstool psychic because I'd just be drunk and like reading people. Really interesting. So like that's kind of it, is like this kind of libation, this kind of like, it separates, it relaxes you. So if you can like relax into your intuition a little bit more deeply, you'll get there. Yeah, I love that. You gotta, I guess I see a big book. Ooh, you know me in books. I love books. What's in the big book?
It's my cheat sheet for the numerology, and I know we have our expert numerologist here. But I knew there was a message in there for us. So, aha, seven, the
Mm.
search for truth.
I can give you a little tidbit on sevens if you want. So I am a life path seven. So with sevens, there is almost this bizarre obsession of finding the balance between
What
spirituality and like 3D realism. So it's an obsession for truth, but it's also like the most, out of numerology, in my opinion, is the most dichotomous number. Yeah. So we've got, is it a five and a two? So when we
Yeah.
look at that, that's adventure and balance. Oh, very dichotomous as well, right? Like these are things that are very like different, right? So sevens is, yeah, gosh, there's something swirling right now, energetically wise. What is happening? Everything's getting shaken up.
Mm.
Yeah, everything is getting shaken up. Everything is going to be new. Everything is going to be new, you guys. Everything that you thought was going to be real or what is reality, there's going to be a lot of that in the next 6 months. Like, what is reality? Like, is this real? Some of you have already been experiencing this because we talked about it. Um, and also, like, this is a going to be a very big thing. What is real? What is not real? What can I trust? What is truth? And that is like the big number of seven, right? That's seven. So even if you like, they're showing writing it down, like writing it down really big and just looking at the number seven will help with this. So that's an embodied practice that you can use if you're having difficulty discerning what reality is to just write down the number seven and meditate on it. Trace it with
Mm.
your eyes.
Yeah, I was getting that practice that we were doing with the infinity symbol. So it's
Mhm.
that tracing, it's following the pattern, breathing as you're tracing it, allowing that frequency to move through your body.
Yeah. Cool. All right, we ready for the big star of the show today?
Yes.
Big star of the show. Happy Lunar New Year! Happy Lunar New Year, Bonnie. Happy Lunar New Year, Willow. Happy Lunar New Year, everybody that is watching, who is here live. Thank you guys so much for joining. And happy Lunar New Year for everybody watching on replay. Willow is like, look at me. I am the cat of the Lunar New Year.
She's so
Oh,
funny when she comes on and sits in front of the camera.
she is so good. So good. So, this is welcome to Fire Horse, guys. This is what we have been waiting for. This is what we have been prepping for. This is what we have been shedding for. All of the stuff that has been happening over these past few months and the shedding, this whole past year, the wood snake and the shedding and the new skin and the shedding again and the shedding again and the shedding again is all been in culmination for this. This is our new year. I am so excited. We are looking at Fire Horse, which is Bing Wu, and that means big sun horse in Chinese. And this is yang. This is in the yang, which is the outward expression of it, right? When we look at the yin and yang, yin is very internal, yang is very external, outternal. That's a new word. I'm using it. Internal and outternal, very important. So when we're looking at this, what's wild about this is horse energy on its own is fire energy. And then we do it with the big sun, which is like we're talking like this is the big sun. Then we're adding it with that. We're actually looking at double fire energy right now. So people that have like more of water in their charts, this is going to be a pretty epic and easier year. Those of us that already have like fire or metal or wood can it's going to be even more fun, and we'll talk about that in the after hours. I'll go into a little bit more of that for you guys. Basically, the huge theme for the next like 6 to 12 months throughout this year is I choose my life. And I'm going to pause because what I want you to do right now is I want you to say out loud. I don't care if you're on a freaking bus. I don't care if you're in the library, somewhere out loud. I want you to just say, I choose my life. You can say it as many times as you want. This is what I want you to be running through your head. This is going to be your yearly affirmation all of this year. All of this year, I choose my life. Am I choosing my life? Is this me choosing my life? Is you are the director of your own fucking movie, guys, and you get to choose. So everything you're doing, make sure it is a choice that you fucking want and you're happy with. And again, we're going to go back following your fucking passion. Following your passion. So important right now. Does my body choose this? Is my body choosing this? Are my dreams choosing this? Is this aligned with my dreams? Is this aligned with my passion? So, this is the really, really big one. I'm going to pause and let Bonnie come in before I go into some more themes for Fire Horse year that we're going to be going into because I feel stuff coming in from her.
Yeah, I was looking up today and a video came across about the solar eclipse, that this is the beginning of an 18-month cycle. And generally, the solar eclipse, where we notice like the opening and the closing are 6 months apart, but the really big ones, they are the start of the engine and the momentum that carries us through. So it's really important that we are listening to our signals and the messages that are for us. Whether they are the yes and they are the no. If it's super quiet, that may be an invitation to get up and to listen to your truth again. Yeah, Yeah, it's all about movement, momentum, and listening to your inner signals.
We're not making this shit up. Like these truth cards, we've been talking about truth this entire freaking episode. And like, this is the stuff that pops out. So when we're looking at cards and we're looking at tarot or oracle decks or affirmation decks, these are all these are just tools to confirm what you already know, right? Like me as a channel and as an oracle, I am literally here to just confirm what you already know, period. Like that's all we're doing. Like all of the inner knowing, that's all your truth, dude. Like that's why you hear so many of us say, if it doesn't land for you, let it go because it's not for you. Right. So your brain is in, again, here comes in the seven with the 3D stuff. Your brain is made to pick up patterns and pick up recognition. And what you're meant to have is going to come through in the form of synchronicities, in the form of repetitions. And that is what your brain wants you to be doing at that time. Like we can take the spirituality out of this freaking completely by just going there, like honestly. So, yeah, and breathe. Thank you for that reminder. So, with this year, breathing's going to be fucking important. Like, real fucking important, guys. Like, really important because speed is the theme this year. Things are going to be going so fast. Like pretty much what I wrote down was, are you ready for this year? Guess what? Doesn't fucking matter because this year's coming for you regardless. Like that you can't be ready for a roller coaster you've never ridden, essentially. And this energy is going to feel like some really, yeah, we got hold on to your knickers, pals. Like, this is for real what we're looking at. We're talking rocket ship energy. Like, me, I don't even know. So, like, hopefully, you've gotten comfortable enough with the unknown and you're not freaking out and putting fear into it because this is one of the biggest, most beautiful times that you could potentially be in. And I'm glad that I get to share this planet with you at this time because it is going to be wicked cool, wicked fucking cool. We're looking at authenticity over comfort, right? So if things are making you uncomfortable, good. That means there's growth there. If you're uncomfortable, good. That means there is time and a space for growth. If you try to stay in your comfort zone all the time, trust me, it just doesn't work that way. I've tried so hard, you guys. This is also like boldness is going to get the reward. If you are fucking bold, if you are willing to step out into that fucking spotlight, you are going to get the reward. Period. There's just no, it doesn't matter where you are, who you are, what you are. If you are willing to be bold, bold in your actions, bold in your voice, bold in your wants and needs, you're going to fucking get what you like wanted. You will get rewarded. Like, period. Like, there's just no question about it, right? And I feel like I'm going to call in the energy. Somebody wants me to temper this, and I'm not going to temper this. Somebody is like, I can feel like an energy, like trying to push it down and to question it. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to let you question it, period. So I don't know if it's somebody watching on replay, but stop questioning it. Stop it. Like, if you are willing to be bold, if you are willing to be vulnerable, and if you are willing to speak out, the rewards will come. It may not be exactly what you're looking for, but there will be rewards for it. And it may be exactly what you're looking for. Like they're being very clear about that. Very, very, very clear. So watch your thought patterns. If you're sitting here listening to me saying, like, there's no way that's going to happen, bullshit story, get rid of it. Get fucking rid of it. If you need help getting rid of stories, come hang out in school with us. We'll talk about it. Ask the question. We'll help you. Like, this is what Bonnie and I are supposed to be doing right here, right now. We don't have, I don't even think we had a choice in this. Like, it was going to happen no matter what. Like, I just got channel chills on that. Like, so, and we're free. Like, do you know how expensive we both are? Like, we're expensive ass, bougie ass bitches for our readings. Like, and we're offering like this community for y'all to come out and ask free stuff with. come take advantage of us, please. Please, we've got really good boundaries, really, really good boundaries. So you can't really piss us off. You can't really annoy us. Well, you can probably annoy me. I'm easily annoyed. That said, I'm still here for you. I'm still fucking here for you. So come, ask questions, be there with us because this whole year, we're going to be an incredible fucking resource for a lot of you out there. Yeah.
Take a breath. I'm hearing that this may be discernment for people. Like if you're hearing things that we say and this doesn't resonate with you, it may not be for you. If it's triggering you or if it's bringing up more things, this might be for you. There may be something there for you to inspect and look at and really know, is this mine? Or is this something I've been taught or forced into? Yeah, judgment, excitement, agreement. Yeah. And
Is
this
that
one's the base
base chakra?
chakra.
That's the root base.
That's the
Interesting.
root. I know. And
Oh, this
then
guy again.
I
This this I swear this deck just is like there's only four cards in the entire deck. There's the monk guy, there's the boat, there's
know.
the fertility. Like there's literally only four cards in that deck, I'm convinced.
Yeah, it's funny how they do keep coming through.
Interesting. One and eight. One is self. Eight is abundance. It's everything. It's the infinity. And then together is nine for humanity. Yeah.
And this
We're also in a
specifically came
one
out
year.
of, yeah, and this specifically came out in, is this mine or what is mine
Mm.
message.
Again, with that, you know, movement forward, right? And if you're checking in with your root, and you, like Bonnie said, you're checking in with your feet, right? You're going to have that positive movement forward. So, like, if you have a choice, one of the things, oh, they're bringing this up. This is a good one. One of the things that I do, and I recommend some of my clients to do, is you can use yourself like a pendulum, right? If I'm having like a lot of like issues and like I'm like questioning what I'm doing and I'm like, should I eat Taco Bell or a salad? This happen you'd be surprised it happens more often than you would think with me. Should I eat Taco Bell or a salad? I go into my body, I go into my core, I go into my root, and I give one side one and one side the other. I'm like, okay, Taco Bell's the left side, salad's the right side. Which one do I really, really, really want? And then I feel which way my body goes. And then that's what I trust. And that's also a very sacral response. And I'm also getting given that it can be used for the other authorities as well. Like if you are spontaneous, if you, because, oh, this is a good little tidbit. Body authority is not the same as your human design authority. Your body is an additional hack body authority. So just because you may be spontaneous or you may have no authority, your body has its own fucking authority. So listen to it.
Discernment. But yeah.
Yeah, discernment keeps coming up for you. I love a good discernment time. Discernment periods are
Mhm.
great. Water reminder.
Team hydration.
And we are officially at time. So I'm gonna wrap this all up into a nice little bow. So one of the main things that I really wanted to do to close out this session was to bring in what all of this means together. Because I was like, um, there is such a huge portion that we have been missing week to week that I feel. And that is what is the overarching theme? Like, what does all of this mean holistically for us as a week? And this one is more this month and 6 months. So this is all compacted for the next 6 months. And you have been given a sword, you have been given a deadline. You know what your passion is. We know what you're going towards. And this deadline is literally this year. Get your shit done. Like, this is me telling you, get your shit done. If you're not putting yourself out there, if you're not following your passion, if you're not following your dream, get it done. This is the year to fucking do it because we need you. We need every voice screaming from the rooftops about whatever you are passionate about. And I don't care if you are passionate about number two fucking pencils. I want you to be screaming how passionate you are about them. Okay. It is also, again, about all about embodied spirituality. This is not the time for spiritual bypassing. This is not the time to be hanging out in the fucking clouds. If you feel a thing and there's a truth inside your soul, you should be marching in the streets for it. You should be marching in the streets for it if you're called to it. And if you have been sitting on a vision, if you have been sitting on a calling, if you have been sitting on a creation, the universe just stopped. Like today, the universe stopped being fucking patient. And I'm going to stop being patient with you. This is the collective energy. Get off your ass and do something about your dreams here and now, period. Full fucking stop. And if you are having difficulty with that, come hang out in school and we will do whatever we can to fucking help you out as a fucking community because we have all walked this path before. We have all walked through imposter syndrome. We have all walked through being fucking silenced. We have all walked that fucking path, and you've got an entire group of people that love you and want to fucking support you. So come hang out. Whew.
I know
Thank
for
you.
you and I, we're both light bearers. I'm seeing like the lighter. Normally you see a lantern. And there's something about us holding the light for each other as well as ourselves, so that the people around us can see their path as well. And that when we can't see our own light, we are able to use the light of others.
Yeah. I got
You,
like holding the lantern behind us as we're like walking to the camping because I can still see enough in front of me, but you can still see so you don't trip over as many fucking rocks, right? Because I've walked this path in darkness. I've already fucking walked it. So if there's any way that I can help illuminate the path for others, and I've also had help with light, right? Like there's been times that, the lantern's burnt out and there's been times that other people have had that lantern. And that's, yeah, thank you for bringing that in. So
yeah.
we're going to go close up. We're going to go into our after hours where everybody can come off of mic and come on video and ask their questions that they want to for the next few minutes. And yeah, if you find this useful, share it with a friend. I'm going to do the YouTube thing, like and subscribe, whatever that means to you, if you want to. If you don't, that's cool too. And if you really want and you want some community through this tumultuous year that we are about to have, and that has already kind of started, feel free to come into Samaya Society. It is a safe, grounded sanctuary where everybody is welcome in their fullness of being, no matter what that looks like.
Thank you all for joining us. We are Bonnie Sunshine, Misako with Solar Society, and this was our Intuiti.